So today we will be dissecting a trending issue that concerns a popular OAP in Lagos who has been trending on the internet. Now, I don't want to dwell so much on the story. I'm only bringing this, not just that I want to analyze it, but I want all of you here or somebody viewing me to learn. That is the aim of this channel. This channel is not just where we do mere women gossip and all of that. No, if there's no lesson to be learned, trust me, I will never discuss such stuff. So now, before I dive into the story, please let me welcome all my subscribers. Thank you for helping me grow my channel. Just know that I really appreciate 143 of you who have been sticking with me through thick and thin on this channel. And if you've been viewing without subscribing, please do well to subscribe. Also, if you're seeing my face for the first time and you don't know whether to subscribe or not, yes, if you love everything that has to do with relationship tips, trending issues, and life hacks in general, then you should subscribe as well. Or better still, watch the video to the end and know whether you subscribe. Now let's dive deep. Whose story it is today we are going to be learning from? That is from Daddy Freeze and his wife. A popular Nigerian media outfit made it known to the public that the Court of Appeal has upheld the judgment given by the lower court on Daddy Freeze and the wife's issue with her ex-husband. If you don't know, let me take you back in history. Daddy Freeze is a popular OAP, that's on-air personality in Lagos, and he's married to his beautiful wife, who used to be married to this man, a supposed businessman in Port Harcourt. Now, the story has it that she has been married to her ex-husband for like 10 years. And while they were at it, like every other couple, they had their misunderstanding and kind of separated. But later, the wife filed for a divorce. During that divorce proceedings, a lot came to light. Then her ex-husband filed a case against Daddy Freeze, insinuating that Daddy Freeze has been sleeping with his wife behind him even when they were married. That's what this man is alleging. Let's all know that all the stories here are all alleging, even though it's so well read, as in popular, like it is so true. I want you to believe every of these details out there on social media with a pinch of salt. That's why I keep saying allegedly. So now let's continue. This man is alleging that Daddy Freeze was sleeping with his wife when he was still married to the wife. And the court ordered Daddy Freeze to pay the man 5 million naira in damages. But of late, Daddy Freeze's wife has broken her silence. She's speaking her truth, what I would like to call her truth. Her truth. You know what? I am very careful with using this word. People say, I tell my truth. Let her tell her truth. Let him tell his truth. I believe there is one truth. Tell the truth. Now, according to her, she filed for divorce, and when she filed for divorce, she hasn't even met Daddy Freeze, let alone having an affair with Daddy Freeze. But that's not what the husband is alleging. The husband is alleging that this affair has been going on even under his roof. I don't know who to, believe or what not to believe, because it's a very difficult case to say who is saying the truth or who is not saying the truth. But I'm here to analyze this thing, just being logical. Being logical. I watched the lady's life where she had to explain. She went further to say that her ex-husband has different sexual orientation from hers, and based on that she filed for divorce. And she also alleged that the man used to beat her up, and was kind of maltreating her. They never slept in the same room, they never shared a room. The man has his own room, she has her own room. But when I heard that part, I'm like, okay, could it be what she is alleging to be different sexual orientation? Because I believe in most African homes, like when it dates back to, generation, let's just say like 3 generations away, or even some people to their parents, right to their parents' time, they don't share rooms. Even though it's strange to me, maybe because I grew up with seeing my parents share rooms, but that does not make it the standard. Growing up, I found out that some of these people, their parents, some of them, my friends, some of the people I know, their parents don't share rooms. So she was bringing it up like, no, is a strong point that, oh, because this man is not. Once it gets to that room part, I'm like, no, no, I'm not taking this serious. Let me take other things. Let me listen to other things. But you see, the room part, I tell you sincerely, I'm not taking it serious. Please remember, you have the freedom, the right to tell me your own comment in the comment section down below. Like I said, we are not dwelling on that story just to enjoy gossip. Whatever I bring to you on this channel is for you to open your ears, take the lessons, leave the gossip. Now, like I was saying, she said, like I said earlier, she claimed that she hasn't even met Daddy Freeze when she filed for divorce, and naturally she's not supposed to wait for 10 years. I think that case lasted for 10 years before a judgment. You know how the court system here works. A minor case like this will linger. But I tell you, sometimes some of these lawyers do it deliberately. And she's also alleging that the husband also told her, the ex-husband also told her that he's going to drag her for years. Yeah, he's going to drag her for years. Like, he is deliberately going to drag her, maybe to prevent her from settling down, or to hang that case on her, that no man will have the courage to come to her and let alone settle down with her. Now, that wasn't her case. Thank God that wasn't her case. She made a valid point that the law expects you to remarry or be in a relationship when your divorce is final. But we know how this court case takes time. Yeah, it takes time. You cannot expect her to stay 10 years without being in a relationship, which is a fact. Like I told you, we are just going to be analyzing this logically and be learning lessons. I totally agree with her when she said she cannot, because of one court case hanging on her neck, she will not date anybody, she will not remarry. Even when she finds true love, she will not do that till after 10 years because the case ended in 10 years. I mean, it's not fair on the woman. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, the judges are human beings, the lawyers are human beings. So, we know that as a human being, your experience, logic, or whatever you know as a person naturally will influence some of the decisions you make, because these judges are human beings too. Do you think a judge will want to judge her for remarrying in 10 years that she is an adulterer? I don't know. You know why this case is difficult? The man is not saying much. The man is keeping quiet. I don't know whether because of this sexual orientation scandal is making him go under. I wish the man can come out, tell us what's his own side, for us to learn, not for us to gossip, but to learn. I keep insisting. I don't know why my intuition keeps telling me that no judge will want to, judge this woman based on a marriage that she filed for divorce 10 years ago. On the other hand, I'm saying, could it be that the husband has some evidence? Because, in this court, it's all about evidence, it's about what the law says and working with evidence and all of that. Could it be that there's evidence from the ex-husband to prove to the court that this woman was seeing this man while she was still with him? I don't know. She also cited the case of a May, Edochie, and Yul. She kept on asking, "Oh, can you say that May is still married to Yul?" I don't think so. I don't think so. If that happens to be the case, then it's not fair on her. If, I keep saying if, because we're hearing only one side. If you have ever been in a case, yes, where nobody heard your own side of the story and took a judgment, that's when you can rush and take one angle story. I cannot. Even my analogy cannot be complete because I'm not hearing from that of the man. It's just the little we know from the filing and all of that. That's what we are basing this analogy on the side of the man. If not, we're not hearing anything. So, if that is true, that she's judged for getting married within the 10 years she was separated, well separated from her husband, has even filed for divorce from her husband, then it's not fair. It's not fair. It will only make us realize some of our laws that maybe we need to adjust a little bit. But on the other hand, like I said earlier, knowing that these judges are human beings, you will not come and sell something that is not sellable to them. It could have been that allegedly, this one is just my speculation, this is not true, not verified, but I'm just saying, could it be that this man tendered a particular evidence against this woman, proving that she must have been with Daddy Freeze before, she must have been with Daddy Freeze while still married to him? Maybe that was why the court gave that judgment. Now, let's look at the judgment. If it's 5 million naira, Daddy Freeze claims to be, well-to-do. In one of his life, he was just flashing his wristwatch. This one is so million. This one is so million. So what is 5 million that he's not going to pay? That that he has the money to pay, but he's not going to pay because he's not guilty. I think he wants to redeem his image, which is understandable to some extent. But when you think of what this redeeming your image is taking from you, maybe at this point it would have been easier to pay that 5 million. If I were his publicist, I would have asked him to pay the 5 million and still make a public statement, yes, press conference, telling people, I'm just paying this 5 million for peace to reign, for me to enjoy my beautiful, innocent wife, but not in acceptance that I did anything, and save the wife from the dragging, the shame. Because in the process of court of appeal, she claimed one of the lawyers was calling her a which is not good. This case would have ended with just 5 million if you claim you can afford more than 5 million. I don't know. What do you think in the comment section? Tell me, is it okay for him to keep fighting for his name, or there are other ways he can clean his name and still have peace, enjoy his marriage? Tell me in the comment section, because this is getting messier by the day, and it has given rise to some of his enemies, petty blogger enemies, to make mockery of him and all of that. Some even said in the comment section that is well deserved, like he's kind of karma. But remember, I'm not here to say who is having karma, who is not having karma, is not gossip. I want us to learn. To me, what I feel I've learned from this case is, it's not all the fights that are worth fighting. No, like I said, he would have paid that 5 million and make a statement, hold a press conference and tell them, I paid this money, like I said, just for peace to reign. I never did that. Break it down for people to understand your own part of the story. So when they are saying, okay, he paid 5 million, that's making him guilty, somebody will be somewhere saying, okay, but he released a press statement saying that he never did this. This is why he has to pay this money and save everybody this shame. Because I tell you, we claim not to judge, but inside that corner, that little corner, that other corner, not the main one, that little other corner, we are judging. Yes, that's the bitter truth. We are judging. And also, what I feel we can learn from this is to make sure that some cases are clear cut. Yeah, some cases are clear. Make ourselves clear. Be certain, not you be in another man's house. It could be that you have filed for divorce, but you're still living in this man's house. Yes. It could be that you have filed for divorce, but it's not open, it's not popular. People don't even know. Or even the person you're talking about does not even know. Once it's not exactly that popular, please hold on from dating. No, if you don't date for 1 or 2 years, it's not going to kill you. Just hold on from that dating. Hold on from that marriage, because they are going to use it against you in the court of law and you're going to lose your case. So just please hold on. Now, what we are, or rather what the public is believing, is that this woman was promiscuous, maybe was flirting with Daddy Freeze, and that was what ended her marriage, not knowing that she might have been having issues in her marriage before she decided to leave. So please, let's not mix issues. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear before we take decisions. Before I forget, there's a part I was watching on Daddy Freeze live where he was kind of calling out Punch newspaper. I'm like, you are in the same profession. You know how this profession works. Why are you calling out a media organization who is only doing his or her job? That's not professional. That's not professional. I feel that the Freeze is a public figure to some extent that can sell their papers. That is why that story made it to the newspaper. I don't think somebody paid like Daddy Freeze was alleging. And I'm like, Daddy Freeze, you're supposed to know these things better, right? You're supposed to know better because you're in the same system. I don't think anybody paid. For those who don't know, the case is still in the court because Daddy Freeze and the wife has filed for, appeal. They have moved this case to the apex court, that is the Supreme Court. So we are all awaiting the Supreme Court's judgment. Whatever happens, be sure I'm going to let you know on this channel. Tell us what you feel you have learned in the comment section from this case. See you next time. Remember to give this video a like, drop your comment as usual, and share it if you can. See you soon.